I think we're here. Bro. Is this working? I gotta make sure this is working first before I just like go on a rant. I'm having trouble starting this. Hopefully this is working. I'm pretty sure it is, if I'm not mistaken. You guys see me and hear me right now? Because I'm down bad right now, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really down bad at the moment. Bro. I'm speechless, bro. That's what's going on, man. I'm absolutely just I am speechless, bro. The Kevin Durant is a Phoenix Sun. Like what the Suns gave up to get Kevin Durant, in my opinion, wasn't even that good of a trade, I feel like. Like, yeah, the picks is great, don't get me wrong, but like the players they got in return, like, I don't know. I guess if I in a way, maybe it wasn't. Mikal Bridges, that's solid. I don't know. I just feel like there could have been more, I guess. I don't know. I'm absolutely speechless right now. That's all I gotta say. Like, I thought I sound biased as hell, but like I thought my Blazers with the Godfather offer of like Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simons, and like obviously we'd had to go through Chicago to get that to even go through or whatever, but I don't like the trade personally. The Nets, I feel like compared to Gobert, what Gobert went for, and then you get like, but I also understand the Nets don't have any of their own picks, which is why I kind of get them like trying to get players that help them win now with like Bridges and Cameron Johnson. Like the Nets went from Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving to now only having Ben Simmons. And that's my point. Sifon, you ask, what you think the Blazers make any more moves? I don't see the freaking point of the Blazers making any more moves. I really don't. Like, what is even the point anymore? Like, after Kevin Durant and the Lakers, the way they got better today, like, I don't even see the point of trying to build a contender this season anymore. Even though the Blazers weren't that anyway. But, like, it's just, that's what the goal is right now with Damian Lillard. But how the hell are we going to get... Who could we possibly get to? Yeah, I just there's a lot of trades that went down. Obviously, I'm just mostly reacting to Ben Simmons, or not Ben Simmons. What am I talking about? Kevin Durant going to the net or the Suns. I just can't set Pascal Siakam's not getting traded, especially after the Raptors just traded for Jakob Poeltl. Like, there's no way. It's just all right. Let me pull up some trades. Let's start talking about some trades. I'm actually streaming on OBS. I usually stream on Streamlabs, but it was giving me some troubles, which is why I wasn't sure if this was working to begin with. So bear with me. But I gotta talk for a little bit. I gotta rant. Like, this is not how I don't like this at all. I just gotta say that right now. So let me see if I can get Twitter up real quick. Usually I said stream on Streamlabs, so this might be a little complicated, but just let's go to Woj real quick. Let's see. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay. That's okay. Why is my screen completely black? That don't make any sense. Properties. Oh, there we go. That's working now. All right. Kind of in a weird spot right now. Second. Right there, I guess. But, dude, Kevin Durant's a Phoenix Sun, man. He is a Phoenix Sun. I gotta pull chat over here. Or, I don't want to do it like that. Jeez. How am I gonna do this? Okay. Whatever. I'll just have it like this, I guess. I'm not gonna be looking at the camera at all, but I'll be looking at chat. All right, so let's just start from where, because I want to give my feedback on all these trades so far. And then I am going to stream tomorrow as well, because I'm only going to assume maybe this doesn't get any better. I don't know. But like, this is just absolutely insane so far. That's all I got to say. So it starts off with the Lakers getting much better for one first-round pick in Russell Westbrook. That was a fleece of a trade by the Lakers, might I add. The Lakers literally gave up one future first and ended up getting D'Lo, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. The Jazz, yes, you get a 2027 first-round pick, top 4 protected, and maybe that pick turns into something that's later on down the line. But the Lakers' timeline is now, of course, with LeBron James. And this is as much as you could have asked for if you're the Lakers. I think this was a home run by the Los Angeles Lakers. Absolutely amazing. As far as the Minnesota Timberwolves are concerned, I'm not the biggest fan of the trade, but if you weren't going to re-sign D'Angelo Russell, I guess you walked away with a little bit of something. And Mike Conley might actually be a voice that the Timberwolves kind of need right now as a leader. Mike Conley also played with Gobert for a few seasons, so you got that going for you. So, like, yeah, it makes sense. My least favorite part of this trade is Minnesota sides only getting Mike Conley and then second round picks. I believe it was. But like I said, if you weren't going to resign D'Lo, at least you got something for him, I guess. The Jazz, I feel like they could have gotten way more, but a 2027 first round pick that could be very, very valuable, and they have a lot of picks as it is anyway. But Lakers obviously walk out as the home run hitters. I mean, you got Vanderbilt, D'Lo, Malik Beasley for one first, and Russell Westbrook. That is amazing. The Jazz are obviously going to buy out Russell Westbrook. I don't see Russell Westbrook playing a game with the Jazz, as we all know. But yeah, we're going to talk about all that. So Russ going to get bought out 100%. Yeah, this trade deadline, like everybody, including myself, I thought this trade deadline wasn't going to be that good. And boy, were we wrong. Like, I honestly thought this trade deadline might have been a little disappointing. Like, Kevin Durant did not see that coming, obviously. We all thought he would stay. And then this one. So the Trailblazers trading Josh Hart to the Knicks. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan of this trade. We got Cameron Reddish in a first-round pick. Everyone loves Cameron Reddish. I think it's because of the big name, but he hasn't really done much in the NBA. And I will say, he could be a victim of circumstance where he hasn't gotten a lot of opportunity. When he got traded to the Knicks, he literally didn't get to play very much at all. So when he got, he just really hasn't had the opportunity. He's a name that everyone loves, but when he has played, he's shown signs, but other times he's just been kind of disappointing. So when we got Cameron Reddish, I was like, that just seems like another project that I don't see why would he be taking on right now. We already have a couple of other young guys we're developing. Why do we need another young player like Cameron Reddish? I guess you just take the high upside. You do get a protected pick from the Knicks. So you do get a first round pick for Josh Hart, who we may not even resign this offseason. So I get it. I do get it. Trust me. But this trade, after the Kevin Durant thing's gone down, it makes me feel even better because now we have a young player in Cameron Reddish, and I don't even see the point of Portland trying to win anymore. I don't. Not saying that they should go out and tank and suck now, but what is even the point? There's nothing the Blazers can do now to turn themselves into a contender. Yeah, you could maybe go get Siakam, but the Raptors aren't trading him, so let's just stop that nonsense right now. Yeah, clearly, it's just the Blazers are in no position to ever, in my opinion, get to contender status with Dame on the roster, which really sucks. It's really disappointing, which is why I'm kind of up at night right now because, like, the biggest thing is I've always wanted Dame to win a championship in Portland, of course. I don't know how that happens. Kevin Durant's under team control for, like, the next 4 seasons. You'll have Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. That is absolutely insane. And the Suns can play their cards right and potentially turn Chris Paul into something. Like, it's just like the West just like everyone thought the West was wide open. Well, it might have just closed with the Phoenix Suns slamming the door shut. Just saying, depending on if they're all healthy, of course. But yeah, at first I wasn't a big fan of this Josh Hart trade, but now I love it because like we may not have Cameron Reddish tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe we trade him. Maybe we flip this first round pick for something else. But I mean, you might as well just go rebuild mode. There's no point of trying to contend right now. There's just no way what the Blazers have right now is going to contend with the Suns or just with anyone else in the West right now. I don't think there's anything you can do. This one was a little surprising. The Raptors acquired Jakob Poeltl. They're trading first round pick and 2 future seconds. So they are still buying. The Raptors are not selling. Still going to be buying here. And I kind of like the idea of Jakob Poeltl returning to Toronto. The Raptors, in my opinion, have a good roster on paper. It just hasn't really panned out this season. There's still a very big possibility they do trade like OG or Gary Trent Jr. tomorrow or tonight. Who knows? Everything's going down. I guess technically it is tomorrow already. It's like 1 o'clock where I'm at. So Blazers getting into position for an OG trade now. Honestly, I don't even see the point of bringing an OG and an OB. I really don't. And honestly, at this point, Jeremy Grant's an expiring contract. Who knows if he'll resign with Portland? I honestly wouldn't be opposed to the Blazers trading Jeremy Grant tomorrow, which is as crazy as that sounds. I don't think that's going to happen, let me be honest, but I would not be opposed to trading Jeremy Grant right now because I don't see the point. Like there's nothing this Blazers team can do to be in contender status. Now, that would definitely not have Dame very happy, of course. It's just such a weird position to be in now. It just really is. Like the West is no longer. The Blazers need patience. I agree to a certain extent, but Dame is playing his best basketball right now. The window of opportunity would be right now with Damian Lillard. Who knows how much longer Dame is going to be able to play like this? And I wouldn't write off Dame being able to play like this for the next 3 or 4 years or whatever, but you don't know. You just don't know that. So, like, it would be best to take advantage of how he's playing right now, right? But what's the point when Kevin Durant's on the Phoenix Suns and they got a damn super team? Jeremy Grant for who? I have no idea. Get picks, whatever, young players. I don't know. It's just, that's kind of where I thought. And then, of course, this came out of nowhere. The Phoenix Suns are nearing a blockbuster trade to acquire Brooklyn star Kevin Durant, sources tell ESPN. And the Suns are sending Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 first-round picks, a 2028 pick swap for Durant, TJ Warren. TJ Warren's headed back to Phoenix. Durant wanted to move, and now the owner on the first day on the job gets a done deal like this. I wish I had an owner that was that aggressive. I'm going to be honest. And now this is what we're dealing with right here for the rest of the season once Kevin Durant returns to health. All right, let me read some chat. So what team are you going to rebuild next? I have no idea. Tomorrow, I don't plan on recording any videos immediately. I plan on just streaming right away. That's kind of what I'm feeling like. I just want to stream right away. And then then I'll do a video after the stream and then upload it immediately after that. And then we'll just keep doing videos after that. Which is kind of ironic because today I did a Brooklyn Nets rebuild where I traded Kevin Durant. And I thought for sure, like, okay, I'm going to do this video. There's no way Kevin Durant's getting traded for the deadline. It seems like he's staying there. The Nets are trying to win now. And I, funny enough, did trade Kevin Durant to the Suns in that video. I had Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson on the Nets, I believe. So, like, I pretty much got the package, like, kind of. I had Ayton in the trade as well, though. Who do you think the Raptors should trade tomorrow? Maybe Gary Trent Jr. or OG. Maybe, if you want to trade one of those guys. Because I would assume that would mean you'd have Barnes and Siakam as your forwards. And then you'd probably have Jakob Poeltl as your center, of course. And then you can have Gary Trent or OG play that too. And then Fred. And you could also trade Fred VanVleet, by the way. Or play Barnes at point guard. I know someone commented that yesterday or today or something like that. Or whenever. I don't know. The NBA vetoed Chris Paul trade to join Kobe, letting KD join Devin Booker, CP3, and Ayton. I know. But I think at the time, the NBA owned the Hornets, I believe is what it was. Or something like that. Who do you think the Warriors should trade for? The Warriors should trade for... What is Stephen Curry's injury right now? Trade for another ankle. Isn't that what Steph's... I don't know. I forget what Steph's injury right now is. I don't know what the Warriors... I mean, the Warriors, I think, just need to be healthy. Like, the team is already pretty good as it is. How many super teams can KD join before he retires? I have no idea, man. It really is ridiculous. You got to trade one of OG, Siakam, or Barnes. I don't know if you have to trade Barnes necessarily. I guess if you're, like, going to get someone really good, then yeah, you trade Barnes, but... The one guy I would have traded Barnes for would have been like Kevin Durant, right? But they didn't even want to do that. I would want them to trade for Dyson Daniels and Trey Murphy for like OG. Yeah, that could be 2 really nice young solid players to get. I am a big Trey Murphy fan. I do like Trey Murphy. Now that the Nets are exploring moves for Jay Crowder, do you reckon they'll go for John Collins? That could be an idea because the Hawks were interested in Jay Crowder at one point. The Warriors are done. They not winning? Yeah, we'll see. What do you think the Lakers are going to do to compete for a championship? Honestly, Edwin, I think they did a fantastic job on what they were able to accomplish today, and again, getting Rui Hachimura. The biggest thing for the Lakers is hoping AD stays healthy. That's the biggest thing. You got the role players now. Getting Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, home run. All those guys added to this team, home run. Now you just need LeBron and AD to be healthy and keep those guys. And the Lakers can be contenders, but the Suns definitely hurt that now. All because Brooklyn was too proud to resign Kyrie without clauses or stipulations. Yeah, this is insane. Trey Murphy got crazy ups. And that's going to be scary within the next couple seasons. The Nets, I will say the Nets do have a very interesting roster now, and they have they have some more assets now. So yeah, the Nets have put themselves in an interesting position once again. It's just crazy how fast things turn. The West is wild now. There's like 6 teams I can see coming out of the West. You think the Lakers will trade Patrick Beverley? Yeah, I think there's a possibility of that. They may not be done. That's $12 million you can throw in a trade. For sure, I think that's a possibility. Is Book better than PG? Do you mean Paul George? Oh, that's debatable. I think I would take Devin Booker slightly. Trey moving or staying? I don't think Trey is traded at the deadline. There's no shot. I mean, I didn't think Kevin Durant would be traded either, though. So if Trey Young was traded, I think that'd have to wait till the offseason. But I thought the same thing for KD, so who knows? The Suns, KD for Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges. I still can't believe it. I know, man. It is absolutely insanity what has gone down. That's all I got to say. Absolute insanity. Do you think the Raptors space will be the worst since we don't have a shooting center? No, not necessarily. Not every team has a shooting center anyway, so I don't think you have to worry about that too much. Woj tweet? Did he tweet? Oh. Okay. Let me get to that real quick. So apparently Toronto talks on forward OG Anunoby are rolling into the final hours of the trade deadline. The landing of Kevin Durant with the Suns could escalate Anunoby's value among Western Conference teams pursuing an elite forward to defend Durant. Oh my goodness. Like, I mean, sure, yeah. I don't know. I get, okay. Well, there's still some teams that could go get OG Anunoby. Like, for instance, I don't think the Blazers going out there getting OG Anunoby does anything for them. I'm just saying. I don't think it does. The Grizzlies, yes, I love that. Sam50. The Grizzlies, I love the idea of that for them, actually. The Pelicans, the Grizzlies, yes, I love that. I love that. Like teams like that, I think that makes a lot of sense. But for like I said, a team like mine, like the Portland Trail Blazers, or I can't even think of another example. I know the Blazers have been heavily interested in OG, as we all know, but I don't see the point of going for him. I don't think he changes much of anything for us. Yeah, he's a great player, but I don't think that makes us a contender, really, especially with, I don't know. Maybe it's just, maybe I need to sleep on it still, but it sucks. That's all I got to say. I don't know if Dame will ever be able to win a championship with the way the West is now. In Portland, at least. That's all I got to say. Do you blame John Moran because he was good in the West? That interview was funny. But it was, ironically enough, since that interview, he lost. Well, at one point, they lost like 8 straight West teams. OG is definitely not worth trading Sharp. 100%. Not anymore. Like, yeah, you could have made that argument maybe for like before the West got this stacked, but now definitely not. The Lakers go after Gary Trent, Bojan, Mo Bamba, or Mason Plumlee. Yeah, if the Lakers could, yeah, but I don't think Masai would sell Gary Trent for that low. I don't think the Lakers have anything to give up for Gary Trent that Masai Ujiri would like, but who knows? Pelicans versus Suns gonna go crazy. Pelicans, Suns versus Mavericks gonna go crazy. Kyrie Irving versus Kevin Durant. Jonathan says, man, you really got no hope for your boys. Bro, how can I have hope, man? This team, like, I don't know how I am supposed to have hope anymore. Like, this team is already under 500, trying to be a contender. And, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're definitely going to be grinding these post-trade deadline streams 100%. I hope Russ gets traded for John Wall. I think Russ will be bought out, so I don't think there's any need for that. I think the Clippers are going to be able to just sign Russell Westbrook once he's bought out. My NBA team is the Trailblazers. which we beat the Warriors tonight. So I was solid, I guess. But no Stephen Curry, of course. Won't take that away from them. What do you think will happen to Ben Simmons? I don't know, because Ben Simmons has no value right now. So I think he probably just sticks around. Unless someone like just really believes in Ben Simmons and like trades for him and the Nets just sell him low. But I highly doubt that. The Blazers failed to build around Lillard. I can't argue. Cannot argue with that. We had a GM for 9 years who was scared to take a risk, was very complacent, and just thought CJ and Dame was going to do it. And then now we're kind of suffering from that. The Larry Nance trade is kind of killing us right now because all of our picks are locked up in protections. I don't think the Suns will build. I read two statements together. I don't think the Suns will be much of a threat. You don't think so? Because they still have a chance to get players from the buyout market as well. Because you know there's going to be some guys ring chasing. Clippers have no chance at this point. Just trade our entire team for 200 first. I think the Clippers have a better chance than a lot of other teams. I'll say that. I don't know. I don't think the Clippers should give up yet, I guess. Ben Simmons for Davis Bertans, JaVale McGee, because why not? Although the Clippers did lose to the Mavericks tonight, so that without Lucas, that kind of isn't promising. Although it's just regular season. Yeah, why not? Add Ben Simmons to the... Yeah, I wouldn't want Ben Simmons anywhere near my team if I'm... Seems like there's no confidence, but maybe he'll get his confidence back. I don't know. I wonder if the Cavs will make a trade. I would assume so. They've been interested in weren't they interested in Jay Crowder at one point? Do a Nets rebuild. I just literally did 2 in the last 4 days, so I'm going to have to do another one. Should Raptors pull the trigger for Suggs and Bamba for Van Vliet? I don't think the Magic would do that, though. What's the point of the Magic traded for Fred Van Vliet? Mavs looked good with Kai tonight. They did. It was a lot of fun. It was very hard to focus on the game with all the trades going down. But yeah, OG for Sharp plus more. I don't see the point of the Blazers trading for OG and Anunoby. I really don't. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cronin still tries to. You reckon the Jazz will make any moves for the end of the deadline? Who else do the Jazz have they can sell? They can still trade Clarkson technically. Yeah, there's still some things they could do. Do you think the Blazers should trade Dame now? Dame, I don't think can be traded at the deadline. I think his contract extension doesn't allow that. So, look, I'm okay with keeping Dame. I love Damian Lillard. Don't get me wrong. I'm okay with keeping Dame. Dame is he's chosen to be here, right? Like he's the reason. He's the person that wants to be in Portland. So I'm all for him. If he wants to be here, I'm fine with that. I love watching Damian Lillard, but I don't expect to be anywhere close to a contender anytime soon. Maybe never with Dame on the roster. And I'm fully trying to digest that tonight. I really am. I'm trying to soak in the idea that Dame may never win a ring in Portland. And if he ever wants out, I get it. That's fine, but he doesn't want out. So I guess he's sticking around until things change. Thoughts on Draymond Green calling Joe Sides petty for not trading Kyrie Irving to the Lakers? I mean, Draymond just loves to ride LeBron James. But yeah, I guess in a way you could say that. But didn't the Spurs do the same thing where they didn't want to trade Kawhi to the Lakers either, and they traded him to Toronto instead? Mikal Bridges was the Suns' most healthiest player, and they traded him. Yeah, Mikal Bridges is a very solid player. I definitely would like him on my team. How much caffeine do you think Woj is going to consume today till 3 p.m.? Probably a lot, I would imagine. MPJ for Gary Trent and OG. Ooh. Okay, it's if the Raptors were going rebuild mode, I kind of like it. But they just bought Onyeka Portal, so I don't know. Although Michael Porter, it's not like Michael Porter Jr. is terrible or a young project or anything. Do you like getting Reddish for Hart? At first, I didn't, Roberto, but at this point, I do now because I think the Blazers should probably go more towards a rebuild mode anyway now. I just don't see how the Blazers can get to contender status. I'm cool with Dame staying on the roster, by the way, but I don't see how the Blazers can get to contender status at this point. So yeah, I'm fine with the trade now. I wasn't at first, but hopefully Sixers can grab DFS. Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith. Can he still be traded? You think Russell will be in the Bulls, Clippers, or the Heat if the Jazz buy out Russ? Good question. I think Russ of the Clippers makes more sense than any of those other teams, though. I really do. I think Russ would probably choose the Clippers because of Paul George. He used to play with Paul George, and Russ already lives in Los Angeles, so why not just go across the street, right? Jay Crowder buyout returns to Dallas. Kind of like it. Grant to the Bulls. Hey, if the Bulls want to give us Patrick Williams, I'm all for it, actually. Spurs don't want to trade DeMar to the Lakers. Yeah, Spurs didn't want to trade DeMar to the Lakers. They didn't want to trade Kawhi there either, right? Like, I feel like a lot of teams don't like to give the Lakers what they want. Bojan Bogdanovic and Joe McDaniel should be Raptors trade targets for the bench. Yeah. New York thinks John Wall is done. Do you think John Wall is done in the NBA? No, I don't think so, but we'll see, I guess. Russ of the Suns would be nuts. That ain't gonna happen, but imagine it did. Russ of the Mavs. I don't think you need Russ on the Mavericks. Fred VanVleet to Miami. I think that makes a lot of sense. The Miami Heat can garner the assets. That's how I'm feeling, Rambo. Like, I don't got work in the morning or anything. The only thing I'm going to do tomorrow is stream, of course. But yeah, this has kept me up. I would rather trade Fred VanVleet, let Scotty run PG. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Raptors going to blow up. I don't think the Raptors are blowing it up. I think they're going to be trading OG and Gary Trent. Okay, they could be trading. Okay, I guess technically they could blow it up because that's like 3 guys you could technically blow up. I think Barnes, Siakam, and Pirtle. Well, they just got Pirtle. So Barnes, Siakam are safe. Gary Trent, Fred VanVleet, OG all could theoretically be traded. Do you think John Wall could go back to the Wizards after becoming a free agent? Maybe. Maybe. Because the Wizards are still trying to win, so I guess that could make some sense. That could definitely make some sense, boys. OG for Bones Highland. Yeah, a package. Yeah, kind of. That's not bad because then you get a young point guard in Toronto to kind of reset your point guard position. And then OG helps the Nuggets right away. I actually kind of like that. I think you'd have to have more salary in the trade, of course. Who else could be in that trade for the Nuggets to fill the salary? I don't even know. There's got to be someone else making a bunch of money on their roster. Why don't we go to, what is it called? Fanspo, right? Why don't we go to Fanspo and have some fun with it? Because we still got some ideas, right? Unless if there's some, another trade goes. Imagine another trade goes down. That'd be crazy. Like, the trade deadline, it's already too much for me, man. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, I'm fully accepting the Blazers will never win a championship with Dame on the roster. I'm fully aware of that now, and Dame is willing to. Dame can leave whenever he wants, but I know he wants to be here, so it's just kind of how it is. There we go. All right. So I liked the idea of this. I'm gonna go because someone brought this up. I love this idea, but how would this work? So it would be. OG to the Nuggets. All right, who on the Nuggets? Oh, Case Bruce Brown. Okay, technically, all right. So Bones Highland was someone who's been rumored to be traded, right? Trade him to the Raptors. Who else is making money in this team? Christian Brown, Jeff. Ooh, maybe you can trade Jeff Green, Ish Smith. I just want to see if this would work. Hold on. Would this work? No, failed. Okay. Nuggets can only take 14 million base salary amount they are sitting out. Cut 2.9 from the Nuggets incoming trade value. Okay. I need a little bit more in this trade, it looks like. Adjust trade. Just don't need, or you could trade, I guess you could trade Aaron. I don't know if you'd trade Aaron Gordon, or I guess MPJ would have to be in the, maybe be in the trade. I don't know. It gets complicated. I like the idea of it, but I don't even know where OG would start on this team. The Raptors are going to ask a lot. I know there'd have to be more in this trade, but it was an idea. Who else could trade for OG? Let's go to the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have an easy path to OG Anunoby. They have such an easy path. It's simply Danny Green, expiring contract, right? OG goes to the Grizzlies. And then you have maybe like Zaire Williams in the trade. Maybe like Xavier Tillman or Chandler, whatever. One of your young guys, maybe Jake LaRavia's in the trade. Something like this. And then probably, I'm assuming the Raptors are going to try to fleece the Grizzlies as much as they can because that's how Masai is. And you trade a top 8 protected pick, something like that. I don't know. Just kind of spit and ball in here and boom. Something like that. Not perfect, of course, but I think the Grizzlies have such an easy path to OG Anunoby. I actually really like that if the Grizzlies can pull this off. Something like that. Brevin Village to Chicago for Ayo Dosunmu and a second-round pick. Patrick Williams. How many more first-round picks does the Suns have now? They have like none now, I feel like. Well, yeah, because they traded, what, 4 first-round picks and 1 pick swap. So they got like their in-between picks, but they definitely lost a lot of their future picks because they got Kevin Durant, of course. Please do Pelicans next. All right, I got you. Let's do Pelicans. So let's go Pelicans because they're another team in the West. Once they get Zion back, this should be much better. They obviously, lost Zion. That really hurt them. So OG to the Pelicans. Graham could be in the trade. You technically have like Jackson Hayes, Larry Nance. So yeah, the Pelicans can easily match the salary as well. So maybe it's like Jackson Hayes, and would you give Dyson Daniels up for OG? And then wait, is Garrett Temple still on the Pelicans? Really? I didn't know that. Does that work? No. Okay, I figured it wouldn't. Let's. Is Garrett Temple really on the Pelicans making $5 million? I had no idea. Let's throw him in there too, I guess. And that should work. Yeah, and then you obviously include way more picks or whatever. Brooklyn has spoken to a few teams about Ben Simmons after the Kyrie trade. For Ian Begley. All right. Bucks for OG Anunoby. All right. Now we're cooking. Milwaukee Bucks for OG Anunoby. You send OG to the Bucks. What could we get here? I know Grayson Allen would probably have to be in this trade. Yeah, that's $8 million there. So we send him over. Send maybe Joe Ingles over as well. Beauchamp would probably have to be in the trade as a young player. Maybe Nowora's in there as well. What picks do the Bucks have? I don't know. This might get. Are the Bucks even allowed to trade one? I don't think the Bucks have picks they can trade. I guess technically they could get crazy and trade an unprotected 2029. Maybe something like that. Is that gonna work? Yeah. Boom. I don't know. I don't like that one though. I don't think that's that great. Not a big fan. Not the biggest fan. Cavs. Ooh. Cavaliers for OG. We're just going on an OG thing here now. Cleveland Cavaliers for OG Anunoby. OG to the Cavs. Let's get working here. Osman's money works. Okoro's money definitely. And then let's say it's like Dylan Weinler, probably. And then what about their picks? What picks can they trade? I don't know if they even trade any of their picks. That might get tough. I don't think that's gonna happen. They're gonna have to trade some picks, and it's gonna be. I don't know what picks the Cavs can trade away, but it's not looking good for them. That's all I gotta say. Try Portland for OG. It's going to get complicated because of the pending Josh Hart trade, but I'm going to make it clear right now. Before I do this, I no longer want OG Anunoby on the Blazers. I used to want it, but at this point, I don't see the point. So, before it would have been like Josh Hart, but now Cameron Reddish is on the team. Of course, that just happened. It's not officially official. I don't even know how. Yeah, like I don't even want to do this. I don't want OG on the Blazers anymore. I don't see the point of doing that. I just don't. Doesn't do anything for me. Just saying. OG going to the Kings. I've brought that up before. I like it. OG to the Kings. JB Johnson, you kind of cooking. Kind of cooking. All right. OG, the Kings. For Keegan, that's kind of crazy, right? Davion Mitchell could be interesting. I think Rashawn Holmes' money would have to be in the trade. I guess that gives the Raptors another depth big man, that although they already have a Chua. Maybe something like this. And then they already traded one of their picks for Kevin Huerter. So let's say it's like 2027. Something like this, right? So that could be something. That could the Kings could. That'd be kind of cool. Send OG to the Mavs. Gotcha. OG for Davis Bertans, Jaden Hardy, Josh Green, and then I don't know what other picks the Mavs can trade, right? OG to the Bulls. All right. So that'll be the last one I do. We're enough OG Anunoby talk. OG Anunoby to the Chicago Bulls. Okay, so OG to the Bulls for probably Patrick Williams, probably to be in the trade. Kobe White, probably to be in the trade. And then maybe Drummond as a death piece. And then you throw whatever picks in there, I guess. I don't know, because it feels like the Raptors value OG Anunoby very highly. So it's going to cost a lot to feel like to pry him away. We'll see, though. But you give the Raptors get 2 young players, I guess, for Kobe White and Patrick Williams. But at the same time, why are we giving the Raptors young players? I don't know why I'm doing. I just did all those with young players. The Raptors seem like to me they're still trying to win. So I don't know. I could have just been really not doing much there because I gave the Raptors a bunch of young players. But I guess these guys have high upside. Like Patrick Williams definitely still has high upside. You know what? Honestly, I know this probably is going to happen, but I low-key want the Blazers to trade OG. Or not OG, sorry. Trade Jeremy Grant at this point. He's an expiring contract. Might be able to get something for him. But that's not going to please Dame, so I know it's not going to happen. And Jeremy Grant is the best power forward we've had in so long, so it would be kind of dumb to do this. I'm not going to lie to you. But hey, I know the Bulls once upon a time have had interest in Jeremy Grant. Why am I tripping right now? Oh, wait. There he is. Boom, Bulls. Give me Patrick Williams for Jeremy Grant. And then you give me... I don't even know what else you'd throw in this trade. Do you think the Suns will make another move? Potentially maybe via the buyout? You can trade Grant to Phoenix for Sarge Landry Shamet. No, I would want something out of the future, right? I don't think I can make anything happen here. Let's see. I guess you could maybe get a third team involved. Caruso, I guess, has been kind of talked about. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to make something happen, but I don't really see anything. Not really seeing nothing. I thought I had something going there, but well, John Collins would be a good fit for the Pelicans. I saw they were interested in John Collins. I don't know where he would play. Maybe he'd be like a stretch 5. Maybe. So yeah, I guess that could be interesting. Woj, have you said anything as of late? Nope, nothing. He said nothing so far. What about Shams? Dang it, wrong page. Suns are trading Jay Crowder to net. Oh, never mind what I'm talking about. Look at this man. This is the face of a man that ruins the NBA every season. Brandon Ingram to Portland. Yeah, that would never happen. Fred VanVleet and OG for Tyrese Maxey. The money would not work in that trade, unfortunately. Grant to Dallas. I don't think Dallas has much to give up. The Lakers got D'Lo back, as we all know. What are you trying to understand? OG to the Thunder. That could be interesting. The Thunder were looking to buy, potentially. Let's see what Twitter's saying right now. Portland's going to pay premium price for OG tomorrow. I can already see it. I hope not. I really hope not. Just saying. Kyrie on the trade to the Sun, or Kyrie and Kitty. We had a lot of conversation throughout the year about what our futures were going to look like. There was still a level of uncertainty, but we were I can't read, guys. We just cared about seeing each other, be in a place where we can thrive. I'm just glad he's out of there. I'm pretty sure. Yep. OG to the Warriors. Bro, I just am like, I don't know why I'm about to say this, but if you just joined in, I am honestly like super speechless. Because I don't know, man. It's just like the West went from wide open to it feels like there's only 1 to 3 teams that can win, I guess. I don't know. PJ Tucker back to the Suns for defensive depth. Why would Warriors want OG? Don't they have Andrew? That's true. That's a good point, Jonathan. I just read what I saw. You know what I mean? I'm not suggesting it. Where do you think John Collins will get traded, if he will get traded? I don't know. John Collins is rumored to be traded every season, and it never really happens, right? So if he were to be traded, it's your guess is as good as mine. Please move the Grizzlies to the East. John Collins to the Spurs. I don't know if the Spurs would be that interested in getting that aggressive. That makes sense. Gross to the Warriors. Hardaway to 2027 unprotected first for OG. What up, Madden Mobile? Collins to the Sixers. Yeah, Korkmaz requested a trade. Maybe you could throw him in the trade. Collins for Wiseman and 3 first-round picks. You got to make the money up somewhere else. You think Jonathan Eisen's on the market? Beverly could be traded 100%. The Suns' bench depth is going to be bad defensively. A 3-star offense. I want to see Miles turn to the Warriors still. Well, he can't be traded anymore because he got extended, unfortunately. Indiana. Yeah, I guess Indiana with Miles Turner and John Collins could be interesting. Lakers trade Pat and that last first for who? Some people were talking about maybe Gary Trent Jr. I guess you could go that route if you wanted to. If you really wanted to trade another first for Gary Trent. T-Ross to the Lakers or the Raptors. That'd probably be pretty cheap to get T-Ross. So you could bring T-Ross back to the Raptors. At this point, we got a bunch of players returning to their prospective teams. So why not? Let's just send T-Ross back to his team, right? Dinwiddie's back with the Nets. You got Jakob Poeltl back with the Raptors. Just who is the Pacers starting forward? They're starting Aaron Naismith. They're actually the Pacers starting lineup's kind of like, it's like 3-guard lineup right now. It's like or it's like a 4-guard. It's almost like a 4-guard lineup. It's like Halliburton, Nembhard, Buddy Hield, Naismith, and Miles Turner. So the Pacers right now are like starting like 4 guards, it feels like, depending on how you classify Naismith and Hield. Do you think the Blazers are going to make another move? Probably. I just don't know if I see the point of the Blazers trying to make a win now move anymore, because I don't see how you could contend this season. I think you might as well just chill for another 2 years. Portland's moves sadly should be to move on from Nurkic. Guy is never healthy. You're not wrong. I just don't know what team would want Nurkic, to be honest with you. Maybe the Lakers go for Dinwiddie since the Nets are rebuilding again. Yeah, maybe, but you'd have to get to Dinwiddie's $20 million in salary. And yeah, you have Beverly, but I don't know who else you throw in that trade to get to that point. What do you think about Jakob to the Raptors? I like it for the Raptors getting a center who I think is pretty solid. They're going to extend him in the offseason, apparently. He's back in Toronto. It definitely surprised me if the Raptors are still buying. Dame doesn't have 2 years to waste. I agree with you, but I don't know what else to do. Watch out for Dame getting moved. He can't be traded at the deadline. I don't think his extension allows him to be traded, so that won't be happening, at least at the deadline. I agree that we should no longer waste any time on Damian Lillard. We've wasted so much time as it is. But he wants to be in Portland. That's his decision, right? So I'll keep watching him as long as he wants to be here. I enjoy watching him play basketball. But I do acknowledge that the idea of the Blazers winning a championship with Dame is probably not going to happen. I was a little like, I was a little delusional because the way the season started, I was like, okay, this team could actually contend. We started out 10-3, 11-3, or whatever it was. I was like, this team could do it. This is the best forwards Dame has had. This team's going to be able to do it. The defense was solid for like the first 12 games and then fell off a cliff, as we know. And now I acknowledge this is probably not going to happen. Ben Simmons could work on a buyout. Are you saying that, or did you read that somewhere? Because his contract is way too big to be bought out, unless he's given up some money. And I highly doubt Ben Simmons should be doing that right now. We all saw what happened with Blake Griffin doing that. Ben Simmons should just chill in Brooklyn, in my opinion. If he gets bought out, he's never getting a big contract like that ever again. So that would be dumb on his part. You think the Sixers will make any big moves? I think they'll definitely try to do something. I don't know if they'll make a big move. I hope the Sixers go after Mikal. The Sixers should have just kept Mikal Bridges on draft night. I still think about that to this day. They traded him for Zaire Smith on draft night. There was literally no reason to do that, in my opinion. Bridges would have been the perfect fit for what they need right now if they would have just kept him. And he played at Villanova. Like, and his mom worked for their HR. Like, there was no point to move Bridges on draft night, but they did it anyway for whatever reason. Do you think the Warriors should trade for Caruso? Yeah, why not if you can get to that point? Don't need to move Nurk immediately. Just acquire an underpaid center and play him more minutes. Probably one of the many centers from Orlando. That's not a bad idea. Like, maybe take a flyer on Mo Bamba. When you're taking a flyer on Cameron Reddish, why not go take one on Mo Bamba too or something, you know? Tobias Harris should shake Milton for Levine. I don't think the Bulls would do that. I don't think the Bulls are getting enough of a package to rebuild their franchise. Because if the Bulls are trading Levine, that's rebuild mode, right? And that's not enough to go rebuild mode. You think Jalen Suggs would be traded? No, I don't think so. There are Tobias Harris trade talks right now, and I bet he's gone tomorrow. I could see it. We need to trade Nurk and tank for the rest of the year to get Wemby or get rid of Dame this offseason, sign Jaylen Brown in 24 draft book, and boom, we're back. That's a lot that has to fall our way, but yeah, definitely. I think the Raptors should trade Boucher and Flynn. Raptors are going to be probably pretty aggressive now. They might be highlighting the trade deadline for the most part. No more trades happening. Yeah. I wasn't going to stream for too long. I just had to get my feelings out because I was not going to be able to. I was not going to be able to sleep tonight without talking to someone, man. And I don't have a lot of friends that actually watch basketball. So, like, you guys are the people that I, like, talk basketball with. A lot of my friends don't actually watch basketball. So, I had to jump on stream to do something, right? But I do plan on streaming again tomorrow. Probably be live for like 4 hours tomorrow. Probably go live around 10 a.m.-ish my time. So that's kind of where I'm at. But as of right now, I am down bad. And it really sucks. It'll be like 10 a.m. Central Time, so it'll be like 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Probably somewhere around then. Don't quote me on it. I'm not saying that's exactly when I'll go live, but I'm kind of thinking that's when I'll go live. That's kind of where I'm at. But watch, as soon as I end stream, there'll be another crazy trade that happens. We'll see though. But it is 1:40 in the morning. I am going to go get some sleep. I will see you guys tomorrow. What was your thoughts on Mavericks versus Clippers? It was really hard to focus, but oh, wait a minute. I guess I can't leave yet. Super chat from Tyler Gates. Per Mark Spears and Nets plan to build around Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson, and Mikal Bridges. Kind of funny because that's kind of what I did today. Not Cam Johnson necessarily, but I did have Cameron Thomas and Mikal Bridges throughout the video. But Tyler Gates, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Really do appreciate it. Some super chats will keep me streaming longer, I guess. If that's what you accomplish, you got it done. So yeah, again, appreciate the super chat. But yeah, I think the Nets are in a pretty good position. I overall would have liked them to maybe get a little bit of a younger, maybe get some younger pieces, but maybe Cameron Johnson is someone they believe in right now. The man has scored 40 points, and like their roster is actually right here. Look at it. Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Ben Simmons, Claxton, Thompson, Dinwiddie, Finney-Smith, O'Neal, Crowder, Seth Curry, Harris, Watanabe, Mills, Daron Sharp. The Nets have a pretty interesting roster. Like, if nothing else, it kind of reminds me of having like kind of what the Jazz have, right? Where they just have a bunch of guys that a lot of teams would love to have. But the Nets, in my opinion, kind of have like Nick Claxton has blossomed. Cameron Thomas is blossoming right now and will probably continue to blossom now that KD is gone also. So yeah, I kind of like where the Nets are at. I would have loved if the trade had a little bit more younger pieces, I guess, but Mikal Bridges is a very solid player. I get it. But all right, I'm going to rest my voice for tomorrow. Unless anyone else got any other things to say, I was going to end before Tower Gate sent me the super chat. Last call. If you want to send, if you want to, no, I'm probably going to go, boys. I will see you guys tomorrow for a stream, and we'll oh my God. The Celtics. Tower Gate saves the day again. The Celtics are progressing on a deal for Sixth Man of the Year candidate Jordan Clarkson per ESPN. What would the Celtics trade? Oh, wait a minute. I know what they would trade for him. Tower Gates again, thank you for the super chat. But it would probably be Gallinari's money, right? Gallinari and maybe Grant Williams. He's been kind of talked about. Cornet, or yeah, they could easily get that done. I guarantee you, if this happens, Grant Williams is in the trade. I'm calling it now. Unless the Celtics have more picks they can trade, but I know they've traded a couple already. And then Brown's out for a while. Yeah, that kind of sucks too. Clarkson is only making like 13 million, right? Where is Jordan Clarkson? Oh, he's 13 million. So yeah, he's got 2 years. I thought he only had 1 year left in his contract. That might be an option. I feel like that's an option. But yeah, it'd probably be something like this if this is true. Be Clarkson for Gallinari, and I guarantee you it's like Grant Williams in the trade, something like that, and then maybe Pritchard or Justin Jackson, something like this. Something like that. Grant Williams goes over to Utah. Celtics get Jordan Clarkson. Although I don't know if the Celtics, I mean, they already have Brogdon come off the bench, and then they have Derek White. That would just like make their guard rotation even better than it already is. If ESPN is telling the truth. Just saying. Depends if ESPN is telling the truth. Or if Tyler's telling us the truth, I guess, as well. Celtics should try to get a deal without. Yeah, they should. Carson, you can't troll me. I know OG hasn't been traded. All right, boys. I am going to see you all tomorrow. I'm going to end it here. And we plan on a big stream tomorrow. And hopefully I'll have where I can actually look at the damn camera. So, yeah. I was a little... I'm going to have way more time to set up tomorrow. I kind of just went on last second, as you guys saw. So, but tomorrow, plan on a big stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And then we'll do a rebuild tomorrow as well. No videos in the morning. I'm just going to jump on stream, and then depending on what the best trade was from the deadline, I'll do a rebuild on it. I know I've done a Suns and a Nets rebuild for the last like 4 days. I've done 2. So I prefer not to do either one of those teams. We'll see though. We'll see though. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Get some sleep. If you jump on the stream tomorrow, can't wait to see you.